Good morning, boys and girls. Let's go over our math lesson for today, Thursday, May 14th. We are again going to do two sections today. Yesterday, we talked about the cube and the sphere. Remember, a sphere is round like a ball, and a cube has how many flat sides? Do you remember? How many flat sides does a cube have? If you said 6, you are correct. A cube has 6 flat sides. Let's hold up 6 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So today we're going to talk about the cylinder and the cone. And the cylinder and the cone are both really special because we're going to learn today that they have round sides or curved sides, but they also have flat sides. So let's start on page 425. And we see our chart. Again, we're going to sort our shapes into cylinder and not a cylinder. So starting with our cylinder, we're going to sort the shapes that are cylinders, not a cylinder. So you're going to want to have your cut out shapes. You can also draw your shapes, although these shapes are a little bit tricky to draw. May just be easier to have your cut out shapes like I have. Is this a cylinder? We talked about this guy yesterday. This is a sphere, not a cylinder. So stick it under not a cylinder. What about this guy? Is this a cylinder? Does this look like a can of soup? Nope, not a cylinder. Is this a cylinder? It is. I see it's got a flat part at the top, a flat part at the bottom, a round part in the middle. It is a cylinder. So glue your shapes under cylinder and not a cylinder. Awesome, awesome. Our intro to cylinder continues. Let's turn to page 426. Okay, so here's what I was talking about, flat surface and curved surface. Let's look at my cylinder that I have, a can of soup, okay? Where is my flat surface? Is this part flat? When I move my finger around it, my finger does not stay straight. My finger is going around the curve. This is why a cylinder rolls when you put it on its side, because it has this curve. So if this is the curved surface, where's the flat surface? We've got two. We have flat surface at the top. If I put my finger across it, my finger stays straight. My finger can stay straight because this is a flat surface. This is a flat surface. So our cylinder has a curved surface and two flat surfaces. 1, 2. So let's go back into our book. On page 426, put your finger on the yellow cylinder. Put your finger on the flat surface that you can see. Right at the top. We know that there's a flat surface at the bottom, but we can't see it because the cylinder is standing up. So put your finger on the flat surface that we can see. Now put your finger on the curved surface, somewhere in the middle where it curves. Our cylinder has both a flat surface and a curved surface. So circle both words. Circle flat surface, circle curved surface. Really good. So our cylinder is special because it has both. It has the flat and the curved surface. Now let's take a look at our cylinder at the bottom. How many flat surfaces does the cylinder have? We just said it. Look at the top if you need to, or look at our can of soup. How many flat surfaces do we have? 1, 2. Top and bottom. Our cylinder has 2 flat surfaces, so put the 2 on the line. Let's turn to page 427. We have to find the cylinders and put an X on the cylinders. There is a cylinder on all 3 rows. There's one in the top row, one in the middle row, and one at the bottom row. Remember, a cylinder, it can look a little squished. It's still a cylinder if it has a curved surface and 2 flat surfaces. It can be tall and it can also be a little squished. So remember that when you are looking. Draw an X over the 3 cylinders. There's one in the top row, one in the middle row, one in the bottom row. Put your X over them. And let's turn to page 428. We have a riddle that says, I have 2 flat surfaces. Which shape am I? I have 2 flat surfaces. Which shape am I? Am I the sphere? Am I the cylinder? Put an X over the shape that has 2 flat surfaces and draw something that you have or that you know is in the shape of a cylinder. Draw something that you have maybe around your house that is shaped like a cylinder. And you got it. That's a cylinder. Great job, boys and girls. Let's come to chapter 10.5, working with our last new shape, the cone. I have a feeling that the cone is going to be special for the same reason the cylinder is special. So let's talk about it. Let's first look at our cut out shapes. We're going to glue them under cone, not a cone. So let's begin. Is this a cone? No, we just talked about this. This is a cylinder. This is not a cone. Is this a cone? Does this look like something you could eat ice cream out of? No, not really. Not a cone. Whoops. Not a cone. Is this a cone? Nope. It's one big curve. We know this is a sphere. Not a cone. Is this a cone? It is. We have the point at the top. The bottom part of our cone, this is difficult to see on this little shape, but the bottom part is flat. The rest of the cone is curved. This is a cone. Let's go ahead and glue it under cone. Cone and not a cone. Okay. Let's turn the page to 430. And again, we're going to talk about the cone. If it's got a flat surface, a curved surface, or both. So I have a cone here. Let's take a look at it. I know the other day I used a party hat. The party hat was not great because it doesn't roll too easily like a cone does. A cone rolls because a cone has a curved surface. So let's take a look and hope we have some better luck with an ice cream cone. Okay? So here we have an ice cream cone. And does it have a curved surface? Is there a part of the cone that has a curve? If you put your finger around the outside, does your finger stay straight or does it bend? It bends. So we have our curved surface on our cone. Does the cone have a flat surface? Remember, if we weren't filling it with ice cream, if there was no hole, would we have a nice flat surface going across the bottom if there was no room for ice cream? We would. Now, this is an ice cream cone, and I started to eat it. I got a little hungry. So it's not flat straight across like it should be, but if there was no room for ice cream, this would be flat across the bottom. It would be able to stand up on its own if it was totally flat across the bottom. Sorry, boys and girls. It was yummy, though. Okay, so let's take a look at page 430. Put your finger on the flat surface of the cone, where the flat surface would be. Remember, no room for ice cream in this cone. Where would the flat surface be? Right at the bottom. And you can even see the little shadow that is showing us the cone is standing up on its own, and that means it has a flat bottom, a flat surface. So put your finger right here on the flat surface of the cone. Now put your finger on the curved surface, the part that goes around, the curved surface. Okay, so the cone is another shape that has both a flat surface and a curved surface. So circle both. Circle flat surface, circle curved surface. Just like the cylinder, the cone has both. Now the cylinder has two flat surfaces, a top and a bottom. Is the point flat? Is the top flat? No. So how many flat surfaces does the cone have? We're going to put that number at the bottom here. The cone has, put your finger on the green cone. Where is the flat surface? Right here at the bottom. The cone has one flat surface. So let's put the number 1 on the line. Turn to page 431. Let's find the cones. Put an X over the shapes that are cones. Draw an X when you see a cone. And finally, boys and girls, mid-chapter checkpoint already. You guys are flying through this. All right, let's see what we've learned so far. Number 1, mark an X on the object that is shaped like a cylinder. Okay, so look at the shelf here. We have a can of tuna fish, a basketball, and something that looks like a box. Which one is a cylinder? Remember, 2 flat surfaces, round in the middle. Put an X over the shape that is a cylinder. Number 2, color the sphere. Number 2, which shape, 1, 2, 3, 4, which shape is the sphere? Color it any color. Number 3, color the cube. Which shape is the cube? Remember, a cube, 6 sides, and they are all the same length. They're all the same size, the same length. Which picture is the cube? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Color your cube. Come down to number 4. Mark under the object that has the same shape as the shape at the beginning. Take a look here. What shape in this row, 1, 2, 3, or 4, what shape matches this one? Fill in the bubble. Just like that, we are halfway through chapter 10. Everybody go, whew, I'm going to finish eating my ice cream cone. Great job, boys and girls. See you soon. Bye-bye.